with my family and your family.
That's what it is. That's household witchcraft, and that's. Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to another session of Faith Life. Forgive me if you overheard me talking, but welcome to another episode of Faith Life. It's so good to have you join me again for another powerful episode. It is my prayer that you will be blessed tonight by our guests. Of course, I have with me a very special young lady that I actually met through social media. So I've never physically met Alexis, but I've met her through a mutual friend, and I found interest in her, and so of course I went looking for her. So without further ado, because we got a show to get on the road, let us introduce Alexis.
My name is Alexis Albury, and I'm a 23-year-old full-time entrepreneur. I'm the founder of Poker and Shy Care and a part-time graphic designer at Alexis Cheyenne Creative. Poker and Shy Care is a hair care company that carries products to promote healthy hair growth. I've been in business for 2 years, and the love and support we've gained on this journey has been so overwhelming. I'm also a graphic designer. I create all of the content for my hair care page as well as for other businesses. I tend to take on more than the usual because I like the challenge. My goal is to be a very successful serial entrepreneur, although it can seem like too much to handle at times. But didn't you know that diamonds were made under pressure? One can only imagine what goes on behind closed doors. Tune in with me as I open up about my struggle with anxiety while running 2 businesses.
Let's welcome Alexis Albury. Hello. So welcome. Hello, Alexis.
Hi.
Welcome to Faith Life. It's so good to have you. So Freeport's in the house, everyone. If you're tuning in and you're from Freeport, shout out to all the Freeport people, whether you're from West End. I don't know all the ends, but Alexis could probably shout them out. But welcome everyone from Freeport in the house tonight. It's so good to have you join me and Alexis as she shares her story. So, Alexis, we found out a little bit about you already through your introduction. And so I want to get right into it. So, of course, tonight we're going to be talking about mental health and bringing awareness to people through your experience. And so let's talk a little bit about your super busy life. Being 27, correct?
I'm 23.
23. Sorry, where did I get 27 from? 23. And an entrepreneur with 2 businesses, and I call them successful, Poker and Chai, and then Alexis Cheyenne Graphic Designs, correct? Creative, AC Creatives. Okay, so tell us a little bit about the hairline. How did you get into it, and how's that been going?
Well, I wanted a remedy to grow my own hair. So that's it. That's how Poker and Shy started. I've been in business for like 2 years, as I've said, and it's been great. People always want to know what I do with my hair, so I decided I might as well just share the secret. And then I do graphic design as well. So that's something I've been doing since high school. So I would say like 6 years, but I've
Okay.
never really taken it that seriously. But now I've started again and I like it. It's easy, simple.
Wow.
I could do it wherever.
Right. So, Alexis, share a little bit about the secret, because someone had asked me actually. They asked me if you are a Bahamian. Are you a Bahamian?
Yes, I'm Bahamian.
Are you mixed with anything?
No, I'm not.
Because your
Black
hair
is
is
black.
gorgeous. You're proud and black, right?
Yeah.
And you're a Bahamian. Your hair is so gorgeous, and they were asking me about if you were mixed or if you were a Bahamian, and I said I think she's a Bahamian. Right. So what is like the regimen? Because your hair is beautiful. Sometimes you have it kinky, and then sometimes you wear it straight. So what could you share some of the? I told you to bring some of the products on for us, just in case a naturalista may be on and may be interested in the hair care products.
Well, the remedy that I always give my customers some tips on how to maintain your hair growth and promote it even more. I tell them, well, the first thing that I tell most people, you have to change your diet, have a healthier diet, and I give them superfoods that they could eat that'll help them grow their hair as well. The oil that I have an oil here. This is a beard oil,
Hmm.
but all of my oil, like the applications work the same. You just put in drops and you can do it. It's best to use it after the shower and massage it in. So I always tell stress to them to massage it in to get the blood circulating, and then you can
Wow.
go to bed. So
Mm.
this is the oil. They're really popular. What else? Oh, and go natural. No
Go natural.
chemicals, no hair
Right.
dyes, Texlax, none of that stuff. Going natural is the best way. You could just put a weave cap on if you don't really like your natural hair, like your what do you call it? The big chop. If you don't like the big chop, just and then oil it every night.
Yeah, I did that. I actually, during this whole season, this
Mm,
lockdown, I went
yeah.
crazy one day and I went in the bathroom and I took a scissors and I cut all my hair off. I just gone crazy. I went crazy because I was like, anyway, look, I wear weave anyway, so I just gonna chop it all off. And when I told
Exactly.
my husband, he was like, "Who gave you the permission to do that?" I was like, I just couldn't take it no more. I could not take it, so I went in the bathroom and I just cut it off. And that's not the first
Yes.
time I did. I went to my beautician shop before. I
I
was going
did the
crazy. I
same thing.
ripped the hair off. Right. But I want to be able to maintain and treat well what's underneath the cap though. Because
Yeah.
you never know. You know what I mean? You just
Mhm.
never know.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'm gonna look into that. What about, is that good for toddlers? Because I have a toddler, she's natural.
Some people use it on their kids, but I don't recommend it on their kids. I'd
You
say
don't recommend
12 and older.
12 and older.
But some
Okay.
people it's okay to use it on their kids.
All
Don't
right,
recommend
cool.
it.
So you're also, quickly, let's run into this. You're also where I found you from. So Let's Talk, which is a
Mhm.
show produced by a very good friend of both of ours, Sinead.
Mhm.
And she's watching live tonight as well. Sinead, Dare Tyler Perry, I'm calling her now because we're waiting on Tyler Perry to call. And a very well thought out series that's airing. And so for you who
Mhm.
are watching, not familiar with it, I don't know if they have a YouTube channel, but So Let's
Yeah.
Talk. You do? Okay. It's Alexis is on that show, and she is a psychiatrist. And I remember telling Shanae that she acted at so very well, the whole cast. And so that's when I really I was attracted to her, and I was like, oh, this girl got a story to tell because she played this part so well. So tell us a little bit about So Let's Talk. Were you taken out of your element to act, or were you in your element?
Well, I was definitely in my element to act, but for the character, I wasn't. I was playing a 27-year-old doctor. Um, I didn't even finish college and I'm 23. Like, I can't relate to anything. She is very successful. She has a lot going for herself, which I do, but we're just in two completely different places in life. And I've never, like, I felt like I couldn't relate to the character. So for you to say that I did so very well, like, I mean, it does says a lot about, you know, um, my relationship with acting, but it was new, very new for me, a new experience.
Yes. So, Shanae, let's get into the good stuff, which is mental health awareness. I know that we've just recently passed out of the month when there were people all over the live streams, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. People were talking about mental health awareness and bringing awareness to something that people go through. And a lot of people, I believe, even in that arena, they go through it very silently as well. People don't say anything. Depression kicks in, anxiety kicks in, and you're just there, literally just swaddling in this thing, and there's no outreach. But I like the way that everyone, even all of the world, people were talking about it, and so now people understand that they're not even alone in this area. So I want us to get into your experience with mental health awareness and when it first struck you, like, from that experience. I think, listen, y'all in for a treat because when Alexis started sharing her story with me, I honestly thought that I was in a movie, and she could tell you. I tell her, hold on 1 minute, just give me 1 second, let me digest what you were saying. But take us to the very first time. I think you said you didn't realize it was happening then, but take
Mhm.
us to the boat. Take us to that
Oh,
experience on the boat.
okay. So, yes, as I was telling you, So one day I was out with with some people, my mom and her friends, and we went on this boat ride, and we were having fun. And the next thing you know, we were at risk of like being electrocuted on the boat, so we had to jump off. At this time, we had kind of drifted because going back there was a rainstorm, so we was just trying to wait that out. So we drifted quite a ways, and yeah, we had to jump out the boat. So we were pretty far when we jumped out the boat. And my mother, she can't swim. So I was like really scared in that moment, and I was just like my eyes were set on her. So I grabbed her first, and we were the last to come off the boat. And when we went off the boat, like I think a cooler hit me in the head, so I was underwater like pretty long, and I was the last to get up. So I got up and I saw everybody, but I didn't see my mother, and I got like really really scared. And I don't remember I don't remember everything. That I don't remember her coming back up. I don't remember anything, but all I remember was she was there. Like I feel like I just blacked out in that moment, but she ended up being there, and we made it to the shore safely. We got rescued at like 2 a.m. We were out there. We went out there at 2 p.m. and we got rescued at 2 a.m. in the night. It was very scary. It was a mangrove. We
I
just
don't want to slow you down, Alexis, but just for clarity, so the people would know, you
hmm
all did not fall overboard in some shallow water. You
no,
all were where? Could you
yeah.
tell them where you were?
I don't really. I know it's by like our airport area, but I don't
But
know
was
if
it
it's
like in like
in.
the ocean? Like was current
Yeah, it
heavy?
was. It was in the ocean.
Mm,
We swam. It took us 2 hours to swim to shore. So 2 or 3 hours, between 2 and 3 hours to swim to shore. We swam to a mangrove. That was the closest thing. So it wasn't connected to our land. You had to swim to get to our land. And
wow.
two of the guys, they actually swam back to land to get help for us. But yeah, that was a hard swim because current was pulling.
Wow. And Lexus, you swim pretty good. I mean, you have
Yes,
to be a good swimmer.
yes, I'm a very strong swimmer, very confident in my swimming skills now.
Wow. So tell us, Alexis, something that was you spoke to me about something that was so significant when
hmm
you arrived to shore. You know, even though everything was left behind, you were left with I think you said a backpack and something else.
Yeah,
Um,
so we were only able to retrieve a few things. We got a backpack, and then we got the cooler that had the drinks, and it was like every single thing that we needed was in that backpack. We had towels to lay down and sit on. We had food. We had like a can of something, I don't even know, but I ate it. We had bread. We even had toilet tissue. We
wow.
had, I think it was either a knife. Oh no, we had the can opener to open the can thing. Like we just had
Wow.
everything in this one bag that we saved. So yeah,
Wow.
I lost my keys, I lost my phones, like I had other things along with me. I lost all of those, but at least we had food and
Yeah.
like water and stuff like that to survive
I'm just
that time.
asking Lexus for me because I can swim very well.
hmm
But I know like that's traumatizing for
hmm
a boat to flip over and you're in the middle of the ocean, man. I mean, like you're in the middle of the ocean, current is pulling, sharks and everything is swimming around. God knows, like for me, Lexus, I'm gonna tell you, I would panic. Like I just have to be openly honest. I would panic
Yeah.
because you said you got hit in your head with a cooler, went
hmm
under, you came back up. Someone's asking, how did your mom manage?
She was she was so afraid, and she didn't realize that she could have just rest on the boat, and we would pull it, and she just would have to float along with us. She was like freaking out and trying to do this, and like I we couldn't really like hold her or calm her down because then we would have drowned. Like it just
Right.
was so hard. And this is another thing I forgot to tell you.
Go ahead.
Like 10 minutes in, while she's still like freaking out and screaming, a life jacket floats up from the boat.
Oh my
And
God.
we had to get that on. And
A life jacket.
after that, she
Wow.
was like floating and holding on to the boat. Like everything was perfect.
Wow.
It was like
And
that
you
was
remember I
supposed
was
to
telling
happen.
you, remember I was telling you, Lexus is like, you all went, y'all didn't go with a plan to flip
No.
over. No
Yeah.
way. But it's like you all, like God had y'all prepared because everything that y'all needed to get on this island, like when y'all reached there for survival, basically y'all had it.
Hmm.
So there was no, I mean, you wasn't going to starve. You had stuff to drink. I mean,
Yeah.
eventually you would run out, but you still had things to get you through.
Yeah. For
So
the moment.
so how was it on the mangrove? Because you said that you all were saved at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
How did you all get access? How did someone know that you all even were out there?
So, like I said, we had two guys that swam back. One of them, he went straight to, I don't like the police or like the defense force
Wow.
contacted them, and then the defense force came for us on their boat. And they were like looking, searching, searching. We had to scream because they couldn't see us, and they were still so far because the tide was really low. They couldn't really come up close enough to see anything. So, yeah, but yeah, he had to swim back on his own.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a lot. That's a lot of swimming. Like that's oh my god. I would
Mhm.
like to meet him,
Yeah.
whoever that was, because that's a whole lot of swimming. I'm telling you, Alexis. I must say I was not gonna make it. I was not gonna make that. But how was everyone after that incident? Your mom, yourself, and the other people. How were they? How was everyone after that?
I don't we never really spoke about it.
Wow. No
Yeah.
one never spoke about it.
I think I probably mentioned it once, like making a joke about it, but like I've never really spoke to them about that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And but your mom is okay.
Yeah, she's
Um,
okay.
so do you have any reservations about going on a boat again?
No, I've no. No.
No. I mean, would you go?
Yeah, I've been on like 10 boats since.
What? What?
Yeah, I love boats.
Oh my God! Because you swim good. I mean, because
Yeah.
if it was me, did you? That's my husband. Everyone. Bye. Did you see sharks? Like, I mean, I'm just asking. I'm curious. Like,
No, we
I'm
didn't see anything. I was thinking about them, but we didn't see anything. No fish, no sharks, no stingrays, nothing.
wow, wow. So Alexis, you all are homebound now. Everybody's home. Like you said, nobody has spoken about it. Praise God, everyone. Alexis has been on 10 more boats since then. So she's obviously okay. I don't think I could take it. But anyway, so after that now, Alexis, how long after something else happened? Not so long after the boat, correct?
Not yeah, no, it's like a year. I think that
A year.
happened. Yeah, I think it was a year.
All right. And so you were now struck with Hurricane Dorian.
Mhm.
So take us through that experience. Here comes water again, and all of that. There's a lot going on. So share your experience now with that a year later.
So yeah, well, firstly, I didn't, my area wasn't affected much by the storm. We didn't get flooded or anything.
Right.
But I had a live, so I had access to like everything that was going on. I was in contact with people. I saw everything going on. So I felt like in that moment, in those moments, I was mentally prepared for that to happen again. And then I was again with my mother and my aunt and my god sister who's young. So I was just like, so could I really relive this moment again? And like it's these strong winds, and then I have my mother again, and then my god sister, like she's so young, so like I was really nervous in that moment. But my parents, or my mother and my aunt, like they were fine. They were like playing gospel music, singing
Yeah.
songs. Like, they were in a great mood. They thought nothing was gonna happen, and nothing did. But me on the other hand, like, I was just nervous. I was always thinking about it, and then I had my phone, so I was seeing every single thing that was going on. So yeah, I think after that, like everything from, because I never spoke about what really happened with the boat situation. And then in that moment, I felt like it was about to happen again, and maybe we wouldn't make it because all of these people I hear are dying and stuff like that. So in that moment, that I think that triggered anxiety. And
Yes.
the day after the storm, or maybe 2 days after the storm, I had an anxiety attack at home. Yeah.
Yeah. Share with us just a little bit about that. How did you know that you were dealing with anxiety?
Okay, so in that moment, I didn't know. I woke up in like this sweat, like I was covered in water. So I took a bath and I came back and I was still sweating. So I just had on the towel because I like needed to dry off. Like it was that much water, and I didn't feel good. So I figured it's because I didn't eat. So I asked my mommy to make me some food, and everything was hot. So that's I felt like I needed that, but it still was like I still wasn't feeling good. So I stopped eating and I went to lay down in bed. And at this moment, I was like in front of the fan trying to cool off, and I was freezing cold, but I was still very hot. I
Dripping.
mean,
Yeah.
still very wet. And I just started like hyperventilating. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't catch my breath. And my mommy was trying to like calm me down and help me to breathe, and it just wasn't working. And I started crying, and I just couldn't control it. I couldn't stop it. And I finally calmed down, and we didn't know what it was. But when my aunt came back, I told her what happened, and she was like, "It sounds like you had a panic attack." So I was just like, okay, like I took that, but I didn't really know. I didn't really think it would have like continued. And it did happen every single day, but I didn't actually find out that it was anxiety until maybe like 2 or 3 months later.
Wow.
Mhm.
So, how did you juggle now, Alexis, with your business and all of this taking place and being able to maneuver? How did that affect your business and your mind? Because I mean, you're dealing with something, and it was something you didn't talk about the boat situation, and so now something else came upon you, and then you're an entrepreneur. You have your businesses going. So,
Mhm.
how did that pan out?
Well, with my business, I have people helping me. I have my aunt, my family helping me. But my schedule was off because I like to work in the nights and in the evenings, and every evening was when would start getting like anxiety, and I would just be up all night, but I can't really work because I really feel sick. And so I just had to change my schedule, wake up earlier, surround myself in light, like have blue drapes instead of black, because I liked dark rooms before, but I had to change everything up. Going out more, I had to focus more on my health rather than like my lifestyle. So I started eating better again, exercising. So I do yoga now, which is
Oh.
awesome. Yeah.
All right.
And yeah, and I got a puppy, so that made
And you
my
got
life
a puppy.
like, yeah, 10 times better.
Oh, and that made it also good, right?
Yeah.
So, Lexus, so I mean, for someone who may be watching and dealing with, mental health issues and depression, anxiety, and what would be some advice you would give to someone dealing with that?
Um, Advice I would give is, well, I wouldn't say go to counseling because I didn't go to counseling. I didn't go to a therapist, but I would say talk to a pastor, or talk to an older sister, brother that you have, or even friend or mentor that you have, and just let them know that you have it. I first told my friends by we have a group chat, a school chat, and I just asked them about it, and I think it was like 10 people, or like, yeah, maybe a little bit more than 10 people, they said that they actually suffered from anxiety, and that made me so comfortable enough to talk about it. And yeah, we just shared our experiences about it. And one of my friends, she reached out to me privately and she gave me her pastor's number, and she would talk to me whenever I needed some help or guidance or whatever, and help me deal with it in that moment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the things I know for sure when you're battling with any form of, I wouldn't call it sickness, any issue like depression or anxiety or whatever it may be, anger, it's always good to find a community of people who
Mm-hmm.
are, who have dealt with it on their level. Like, your story and my story may not be the same, but at the end of the day, we are all struggling with one common thing. Like we're depression and we're dealing with anxiety. And so, rather than just suffering in silence, you need to be able to go out there and find a community of people that you can trust and that you can share with. So that's been working for you. So at any time, do you feel, like tested, or it feels as if it wants to come to you again? And what do you do to control that?
Yeah, so it happened yesterday after our phone call. uh,
Wow.
yeah, but it felt like a sickness. I felt really, really nauseous, and I felt like I must have ate something. And I remembered, oh, I have anxiety, and I just finished talking to this lady, so I'm probably just like nervous. But I
Yeah.
don't have it. I don't have it as often as I would, as often as I used to. But if I do, I would just play gospel music or put the Bible app on audio and just let it play, and then it
Yes.
go away.
And you would find that it would go away.
Mhm.
Do you have any plans on doing any outreach? I mean, because being young, 23 years old, there are younger people that are dealing with this as well. Has it ever been in the back of your mind to help or do outreach in this area with other people?
Yeah, like with the show So Let's Talk, me and Shanae, I have been spitting out ideas for us to really get this like out there and start to do stuff like talk shows or just recommendations to therapists with who don't make you feel like, okay, you're sick or you have to be in a doctor's office, because that's really all that we have over here,
Right.
and it doesn't make people feel comfortable. So yeah, we've been talking about stuff like that. I would definitely be a part of any mental health awareness thing going on.
Because I think that's so good, not just for that particular month,
Mm-hmm.
but just being advocates straight through, like all year
Yeah.
round, hashtagging on Instagram and just connecting. Because, like I say, so many people are dealing with it. And, like, for me, one of the things that I went through was infertility. And when I went through that issue, it literally felt, I don't know if you had this feeling, Alexis, but it felt as if that I was the only person in the Bahamas dealing with it. Like, that's how I felt. I felt
Yeah.
like it was only me. I didn't know who to run to. I didn't know who to talk to. And so what I did was I found myself literally on the internet floating for help.
Mm-hmm.
And I had her on this show as well. I stalked this lady for at least a month or two. Well, I was just stalking the lady. I made a false account. I started stalking the woman, and just because I wanted help. Like, if it
Yeah.
was only my doctor, and I did not know who to talk to. Like, it doesn't make sense talking to someone that doesn't know what you're experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like going in one ear and coming out the other. But I just wanted to be in a community with people who were able to share like how they felt and what did they do to get through and all of that. So I found myself going out into another community with women all over the world, and I've made many friends, and we are still friends today. But now, I decided that, God has led me now to open a community in the Bahamas because we really don't have it. I mean, and
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I was really surprised to see that it's still going on. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's still nobody to talk to. And so I realized that, okay, you know what? I went through this, not for me. but for other people. And you know, I went through it and I was able to overcome. And I'm standing very, very strong today. And so I just want to be able to pass that strength on to other women, you know, other families, because there are a lot of people who are really struggling. And so talking to you, that's why I asked, you know, if you have any intentions on, you know, I don't know, going out into schools, doing a program where you could just literally target it. Because trust me, I know that a lot of people, they may not have fell off the boat or experienced. So tell me something. Now that I'm saying that, with the Dorian victims in Freeport, have you met any of them at any time?
Yeah, I have. We had like a couple people reach out to me because I knew people that were going out rescuing, so they had my numbers. Some people who were on the roof and like stuck up on top of some house. Like I have their numbers. I actually met a few. I donated some clothing for especially those persons that I knew didn't have anything. That everything was washed out. I donated some clothing. So yeah, I met a lot of them.
And how are they? I mean, is there any outreach per se? I mean, because it didn't touch your area. I
Hmm.
think you're in West End, correct?
Like no, South Bohemia.
South Bahama. All
Yeah.
right. So it didn't touch your area, but of course we know that devastation happened all around the island. Like for
Mhm.
example, Alexis, I saw something yesterday. It had to be yesterday or day before yesterday. I saw a post on Instagram where this couple had just gotten married. I think in Abaco, and they would have been celebrating their 1 year anniversary like that day. And the photographer was just saying, God rest their souls because they're gone. Like they got married and then devastation hit and they died in the storm. And that was something. And I'm like, how are these people dealing with this? Because of course, you know, that's not something which you just get over. I mean, you just don't get over it. I mean, some
Yeah.
people are gonna be afraid of water, I guess. Every time they see water, every time they see rain or
Yeah.
any form of thunder, yeah, they become traumatized. So I'm trying to, you know, maybe, I don't know, that may be an outlet, definitely, you know, that you may have to pick up because God may not have allowed you to go through that devastating part, but you've
Mhm.
been basically in a storm from that
Yeah.
boat. I
Yeah.
mean, because that's tons of current, 2 hours in the water,
Hmm.
swimming to nowhere. You don't know where you're going, it's dark. And so that's just enough, I mean, to deal with. I mean, and being young, I see that definitely being an outlet for you. Even as you continue to heal, because you know the process is not an overnight thing, and
Yeah.
we know for well that it's a continued. Like right now, like I say again, Alexis, I'm getting so much satisfaction and fulfillment from just hearing other women share their struggle and
Hmm.
what they're dealing with right now, and just being able to be an outlet and an air and being able to share. I just feel so fulfilled, and I'm still being healed by it. I'm like, you know, I'm still like, oh my God, and it gives me inspiration to go on because I know that there is hope, and I know that it's a promise. So you know, it's only a matter of them connecting as to why it's not happening, and I'm super excited because I believe some great things are going to come out of that community, and so I know for well that you have a calling. Um, Beyond the hairline, beyond the graphic designs. This mental health awareness is really really deep. So talk to us, Alexis, about mental health awareness. So what are your future plans? I mean, like future plans apart from what I've mentioned and what you've spoken about. What are your future plans as a whole? Your future plans.
Wow. My
Never thought about it like that, right?
no, like my focus right now is my business, like Poke and Shy. I really want to get
Yes.
that to be a huge company, a global company. So that's my main focus. I just really want to push that and have that be a really successful company. My graphic
Yeah.
design, I do have goals of owning an agency, a marketing agency, because I've always been interested in that. So
I have those two goals. And family, a family maybe. I don't know.
Oh my God. Is that, hold on, Alexis, is that the puppy?
Yes, and he's like
Like I
sniff-
hear him and he wants your attention, or she, because I hear the little
biting
thing saying,
biting my sleeve.
right, like I can hear it, and I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, that ain't my tummy growling. I think that's the puppy.
He's
Like,
like
what kind of puppy is that?
he's a sheepoo.
Could we see? Let
Yeah.
me see, because obviously he want to be in the show. Yeah, and
Oh gosh.
because I hear this thing growling. Oh, hi
Like a
friend.
sunny. Look
Look
at
at him.
him.
This is not your show, buddy. This is not hi.
He never
This
likes
is
to
not
look at
your show,
strangers.
buddy.
Gosh.
Lexus, I want to read some comments. I'm just going on this. I had my computer up, but I'm not getting anything up, so I want to go over some comments here. Queen April is saying hi, ladies. Erica Clements says Alexis is a swimmer. All right, so Alexis, you got to do some swim lessons for
Yeah.
us. Yeah, because I mean I swim good, but boy, it's just too much. It's like I'm gonna be thinking shark.
No.
Like I'm gonna be thinking shark. Like and like your story is like stranded on a desert island. Like I can't.
Yeah.
How am I gonna make it?
Yeah.
The mosquitoes. It's dark.
Yeah,
The
the
snakes.
mosquitoes. And no privacy.
Like
To
no
pee.
privacy. And Alexis, listen. You know something? That hit me before. Let me just share I think I've had anxiety before. Let me just share it quickly. One day my dad told me that he wanted me to go and check this property that we had, right? So I was like, okay, I'll go. I was taking the guy down, and this was a white guy. You know, I was taking him down to look at the property. This is down. Picture like 5 acres of land, and we going up a hill and going down, and we cut everything down. So I was like, okay, this is cool. I dress up in my nice tennis, and mind you, God prepared me now. I had the tennis on, all right? And so we were walking on the property, and then all of a sudden, I saw snakes like coming out of the ground all over the place.
Oh no.
Oh my God! Listen, the people that were building on the property next door, they probably thought the man was trying to rape me because I jump on his back. I don't know this man. I jump on this white guy's back, and he was crunched over. Like I could laugh at it now, but like for days I was traumatized.
Yeah.
Like I literally
Like
told everybody that I saw about this experience, and he just told me, he said, let's keep going because we have to take this picture. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I said, you know what? You go and let me get back down to the bottom by my car. So he was like, but we're almost there. And then like when you go back down, you still gonna meet the snakes. So I was like, so the whole walk up the hill, Alexis, I had my leg wrap around the man, and I had to tell my husband about it just in case, I said, babe, I feel violated. Like I felt like I don't know the man. The man is gonna go with all kind of makeup on his clothes, and I tore his shirt, and like it was really really bad. So we got to the top of the hill, and I'm telling the man he has to lift me back down. Like you have to lift me because I'm not moving. And so he was like, but they're beautiful, and I'm like, you are crazy. You are crazy. And like me and the guy, we're good friends now because we're doing business. But I told him, man, he's crazy. You telling me something, I don't like snakes. But I think I feel what you may have went through a bit because I was sweating. It was hot, but I got in my car and turned the AC on and I was still wet. Like I was still sweating, and I tried to call my husband, video call him. I tried to video call my dad and everyone, and no one would answer.
Wow.
And I felt like they set me up because why didn't you send my other sister who's rough? And why you send me? Like, what are you trying to do to me? And literally for about a week or two, I was traumatized, Lexus. So what happened now is I don't go on properties that are cut down anymore.
Okay.
Once it's cut down, and that's why I was asking you about if you go back in water, because now it brought back to my knowledge what happened to me. So I don't go anywhere near properties that are cut down where there's a lot of bushes or just dirt. I don't go because if I see a snake, I mean, I could very well have a heart attack. Like it was bad. It was terrifying. So that's why I was telling you now. If that was me in the water, I mean, it might as well just had my funeral. I was gone. I
No,
was I was out of here.
I was afraid, but I think like 2 days later, I still ended up going.
That's what I'm saying. But see, because you love the water. But
Yeah.
listen. I love it as far as my pool outside because I could see wood to the bottom and I know how far it is. But I don't go and see water, so I probably never have to worry about that, Lexus. Cheryl Shay says it was scary. Okay, they're talking in here.
No.
Said your mother almost panicked too, but I tried to remain calm. This is Shay.
Oh,
Do you know
okay.
Shay?
That's my mother.
Oh,
But
hi, Mama.
I don't know. She's probably trying to make herself look good. She was not calm.
Oh, hey, Mommy. We are spilling. She said it was scary. And she said, I must say that Alexis was very concerned and extremely active on social media, trying to help as best she could. All of that stress caused her mental breakdown. Wow. Wow. Yeah, wow. So your mom is here giving kudos because she was saying that you're out there. That's amazing, Mama. It's so good to hear from you. I'm so happy that your mom streamed in with us. This is so good. Alicia Ritchie says, I don't know if I would have made it either. That's just, I mean, that's just reality. I mean, I have to be real. I don't know. Jewel says, child, I don't know how I was going to make it. God bless you. And she's saying, Kiki, you don't like snakes for real. Like, I don't. Like, I literally don't. And Alicia said I would be a complete panic. I'm telling you, they were coming out of the ground. Like, do you ever see that? They have a thingum. There's a show where people go naked, stranded and naked
Oh,
or something.
yeah.
You ever saw that? Naked
Yeah.
and afraid, and the snakes be dropping all over the place. I'm like, what do these people be thinking about? Like, what are you doing? Like, if I don't care if they offered me $1 million, Lexus, I ain't going because I know I'm gonna come back in a bag because I'm gonna be dead. So I don't go, and that's just me. So I control what I could control. So that's how I've been able to deal with that because it was indeed traumatizing. Like I said, I wasn't sleeping. I was not sleeping. That day I was dripping wet. Everyone that called me heard about the snakes. Like literally, everyone called me. I told them about it, and so I could just imagine like the space that you were in, because that was what snakes and me don't go hand in hand. So, but you're very brave to go back on the boat 10 times more. I mean, it would not be me. Oh yeah, Fair Factor. Fair Factor. That's another one too.
Yeah.
That's another show that they have. Fair Factor. I mean, people are tripping out. Like they bring in anxiety, like they bringing it on themselves. Or I don't know if people do it to get over a fear, but I'll say something to you, Lexus, which is so good. The fact that you went back into the water after something that happened that's so traumatizing, it tells naturally that you overcame that. You overcame a fear because the water that you love so much could have very well become your enemy, and it didn't. You know, you're back in the water. I see on your Instagram you always buy water too, like pools and the beach and all of that. So yeah, but I mean, for Kiki, no dirt and soil, no properties cleared down with bushes, and that's just me. Where I live is a lot of pavement. There's no bush, so I don't have to worry. I could see everything. So I'm good, or I won't go outside. Yes, naked and afraid. And a snake was on my fence a couple months ago, and that did something to me again. I didn't see it, but anyway, yeah. So, Lexus, this is almost but the shortest show we have ever had. Because I usually go on long. But is there any closing? And if hold on before I go, anyone have any questions for Alexis before we let her close out? Anyone have any questions about the hairline products? Any questions about the graphic designs? Oh, Alexis, I do have a question for the hairline products. Do you sell them wholesale?
Yes, I do.
You do. You sell them wholesale. All right, she sells them wholesale. Any other questions? Okay. You could. Okay. So, Alexis, any closing remarks, anything that you would like to say as it relates to mental health awareness, being able to control it, not being a kiki, because please, I can't give advice on that part. I stay away from it. But is there anything that you would like to offer to anyone that may come in contact with the stream later? They may not be on today, as it relates to mental health awareness. What should they do? How should they handle it? What should they continue to do until they know that they're fully, healed?
I mean, the only thing that I would stress is to tell, say it as much as possible. Say just have the words come out your mouth and say that I'm struggling with anxiety, because you never know who is going through it, and you never know who is willing to help you. But yeah, I don't really have any closing remarks. I'm not good with this stuff.
No, but guess what, Alexis? You are very good. You did very, very, very well. You
Thank you.
did very well. I know I took you out of your element probably, but I know you don't mind. But when I called you, you was like, I was just about to, but anyway, so this is what you're supposed to be doing. I mean, this is what, like I said, I was attracted to you from the So Let's Talk,
Mm,
and you acted that very well. I asked Shanae about it.
mm,
And Shanae, I was like, these actors are not, you ever saw like how Bahamians act? No offense,
yeah,
Bahamians, I love my people. But you could always tell when something's staged. Like
yeah.
I looking at you, you looking at me, we laughing, and
Mm.
like that looked like a real Tyler Perry joint. Like it looked like a real, and I keep telling Shanae that. I've been on this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
You acted that very well, and so did the other characters. One of my favorite pieces that I saw was when I think you were at the airport and a client of yours that no one knew was seeking help. I think you bucked him or something at the airport. I just saw a little clip
Yeah,
of something.
at the ice cream store. The ice
Yes,
cream
and it
store.
was it was really good. Y'all acted that well. Like you looked like I was like, okay, okay. So was it
Thank you.
scripted? Did you have to study a script?
Yeah, it was scripted, but we did add our own lines and we changed
Okay,
it
so
up.
basically you were allowed to be yourself.
Yeah, we were allowed to create the character.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So shout out to Shanae
Yes.
Strawn, and I also want to congratulate Shanae right now, who has just recently won a very prestigious scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to post it down lower later. And she's also waiting on Tyler Perry to call her.
Yes.
And Shanae has been a big inspiration also in my life. I met Shanae sometime back in either March or February, and Shanae has taught me so much things. I mean, how to create, how to do this, how to do that. I mean, even like, she had me doing things I never thought I was able to do. Unbelievable. And I would send it to her, and she would be like, "I give you an A plus." Like all of my videos and everything. She's like, "Kiki, you're really good." Like, so I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if she's pushing me into that area because she has a really good sense for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I must say, shout out to Shanae. I love her so much. She's a beautiful, beautiful lady. So I'm happy that I knew her to get to know you. And I really enjoyed having you with me tonight, Alexis. And for sure, I'm probably gonna check out your products because I want to treat I wear a lot of I love weave, all right? But my husband may tell me one day take it off. And right
Yeah.
now I'm not in a state. I mean, I think depression may kick in on him if he see my hair under this weave. It don't look good. So I may have to get into some poker and chai and become a advocate for the poker and chai brand. But yeah, Alicia said, so proud of you.
Thank
Um,
you.
Shanae said she's very proud of you, Alexis. They're naturals. I'm so grateful for Alexis, Lemuel, and Christina. Yes. And give them my love because I tell you, everyone acted it so, so well. So for everyone that is watching tonight, thank you so much. To see what I was talking about So Let's Talk, I think you need to go on the YouTube channel, So Let's Talk, and check it out. I'm probably gonna watch a few because I've only been watching the highlight parts, and that's been good. So I could just imagine the entire thing. And offline, I was cracking a joke with Alexis about the big belly guy, the police officer. Yeah, so he came because he had an eating disorder or whatever. That's obvious. That belly was huge, but I'm gonna watch that. It's so good. It looks like it have a lot of humor. You can learn. You can get set free by it because people are reaching out for help, which is good. So in other words, it's telling you don't do it by yourself. Let's talk. And so it's a very, very good stream. Deidre says facing fear is one of the hardest things to do. So proud of you for facing your fear and fighting against anxiety and still managing a successful business. Woohoo! Yes, Alexis. That is so good because you're young. And with two businesses, that's a lot. And you're out there. You don't look a day like anxiety. You don't look a day like you struggle with mental health or anything like that. You're just super beautiful, super gorgeous, and super successful.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best, Alexis. And of course, when you come to Nassau, we gotta hook up.
Oh yes, we will.
We gotta hook up for sure. All right, because I'd love to get to know you, face to face, and not all of this social distancing. But anyway, we will chat. So once again, Alexis, thank you so much. For everyone that is streaming, I will post all of Alexis's social handles. I guess Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, whatever she have. I will definitely post it down below in the captions so that you can keep up with Alexis and her journey and all of the amazing things that she's about to do. So bye, Alexis, and Puppy can wave goodbye too because I know he wants to get back. If he's there? I know he wants to get back. I can let your baby wave goodbye.
Come on, say bye. Thank you for having
me. Bye, baby. Thank you, Alexis. You're welcome. Bye, honey. You can have mama for yourself now.
Yeah, I'm shy.
All right, Alexis. See you later.
Okay.
Goodbye, everyone.